We are here today with Baker University head softball coach Jamie Stanclift, and she's here to talk about her experience with AIST, which sounds really amazing with a trip overseas. So Coach, tell us about your trip this past summer.
Yeah, I got the wonderful opportunity to travel to Italy with AIST, which is a company. It stands for American International Sports Teams, and they put together tours for high school athletes as well as tours for college athletes and college teams to travel internationally, play against some international competition, and then of course see the world and gain these wonderful experiences and make some awesome memories. So I was privileged enough to get to go coach a U19 team in Italy for 12 days this summer, from July 12th through the 24th, and it was awesome. I'm so glad that I had the opportunity and that I took advantage of it.
Yeah, how does the selection process work, not only for you and the coaching staff, but then the athletes too?
So the athletes that are invited, they either are on top high school teams or top travel club teams, and AIST, they get their contact information and send information about all of the different tours that are available each summer, because they travel to Italy more than once in the summer. They travel to Ireland and the UK, Dominican Republic, all these different tours that they offer. And the athletes get the opportunity to choose which tour would appeal to them most. What part of the world do they want to see? What timing is right for them? And from that point on, once the athletes write back to AIST and say that they're interested, then they just get the ball rolling from there. Talk about what the expenses are, what the itinerary is going to look like, how many games they're going to get to play, and so on and so forth. For the coaching, I was actually referred by a good coaching colleague friend of mine named Mandy Berneking, who coaches at Buena Vista University in Iowa. She went on a tour with AIST last summer and had a great experience. AIST reached out to her and asked if she had any ideas of coaches that would enjoy working with AIST, and she mentioned my name, and the owner, Chad Wilkinson, called me, and the rest was history because I jumped at the opportunity. So.
Yeah, what were some of the cities you visited? Where in Italy did you travel, and how did the games work? Who did you play against?
So we started in Rome. We got to spend 3 full days in Rome, which was awesome because Rome is Rome. I mean, just to see all the history and the Colosseum and the Vatican and St. Peter's and the art, the religion, the history, to know that you're walking where ancient Romans walked and you're seeing things that were built, and the water system, drinking out of fountains that ancient Romans drank out of. It was just really eye-opening for me. Of course, I said I've never been to Europe before, so I was kind of like a kid in a candy store. I was taking pictures of everything, like total tourist mode, but it was really fun. We got to play a team in Rome. I believe their team name was Cali Roma. They were so hospitable. All of the teams that we played against in Italy were so hospitable. They even cooked meals for us. They had, I think that team there, they gave us all postcards with awesome pictures from Rome of the different sites. So we had a chance to play one game while we were in Rome. We then traveled north. So we started in Rome and we made our way all the way north and finished in Lake Como and Bellagio. So we stopped in Siena on our way to Florence, and we got to see Venice. We got to see Milan. And like I said, finished in Lake Como and Bellagio, and we played a total of 6 games while we were there, and my team was Team Stripes. The other team that was with us was Team Stars, but we were all one big group representing Team USA through AIST Sports Tours. And so my team played 6 games and the other team played 6 games. So we got to watch a lot of softball. We got to meet a lot of international players on the Italian teams, which was really neat to see that their passion for the game is the same as ours. And we were brought together through this wonderful sport that we all love so much, and it was just super cool.
And I know you have a photo with you as well of the team. Let's take a look at that. And who's the other coach?
So I was the coach for Team Stripes, and Coach Laura was the coach for Team Stars. And Coach Laura is the head coach at Siena Heights University, which is another NAIA program in Michigan. She's been there 13 seasons. And so it was also really neat to get to experience this trip with her and share stories and just talk about coaching and have a great time.
And then you had some future Wildcats as well. Talk about that. How some of the players you had.
So when I joined forces with AIST, they already really had this tour full, meaning they had enough athletes to field 2 teams, but they gave me the opportunity to invite a few athletes from our area here in the Kansas and Kansas City, Missouri area. And so I took full advantage of that, and a couple of our players that are going to be freshmen for us here at Baker this year, they got to go on the trip, and that was Peyton Oden and Brielle Rees. And then I also invited a few younger recruits that are going to be seniors in high school this year, and they've been coming to our camps. They love Baker. We've talked a lot about the potential of them being Wildcats one day as well, and that was Allie Youngren and Mackenzie Chen. They're from right here, Topeka and Olathe. And so the 5 of us, we went and we represented Baker and Kansas, and they called us all the Baker girls the whole trip. And so it was really, really neat to have the opportunity to coach them in Italy, to share these experiences with them and take millions of pictures. So it was really fun.
Well, Coach, we really appreciate your time. Sounds like an amazing experience, and we all want to thank you for kind of putting Baker on that international map. So.
Absolutely, and for any young players that are interested in an experience like this, traveling the world, traveling abroad, I highly recommend that you look into AIST because the experience was fabulous. The value, you just can't even put a number on it. It was a really special experience, and I thank you, AIST. Go Baker!